So boxing suggests slip pin punches, weaving, catching punches, catch, slip, using your jab distance. That's boxing. Fighting is...
Oh my.
That's fighting. And we know this through Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a fighter. He'd come forward and he would swing.
Hello! Mike Tyson's world fostered an antisocial personality, from a mother who was never proud of him to an impoverished environment flooded with criminals. As a result, Mike had a lot of pent-up animosity. He was angry, a soul overrun with demons. If this energy was not given direction, no doubt he would have become a gangbanger, a criminal assimilated to that environment. Luckily, boxing saved him. With good mentorship, that energy was given an avenue to roam free and wreak havoc, to which it did. In present time, looking back to the chaos he wreaked, bludgeoning the life from his opponents, Iron Mike says, "The difference from then and now is that I was a killer. These boys are businessmen." Watching Mike for ourselves, no doubt the man was an onslaught of malice, but he made $300 million throughout his career despite not being a businessman. How? Simple. People wanted to watch him, but why? To understand, we must first venture into a bit of wisdom from Mike Tyson's father figure, mentor, and coach, Cus D'Amato. Boxing is entertainment, so to be successful, a fighter must not only win, he must win in an exciting manner. He must throw punches with bad intentions. This philosophy did not change Mike. It was a catalyst to the chasm of wrath he already had inside. Thus, with hooks and uppercuts, he would deliver a concussive dose of bad intentions, and in doing so, we could not help but watch. Some felt fear watching Mike. Others had a spike of testosterone, feeling that malice well up within themselves. Through Mike, we felt dominant, obliterating the being before us, often throwing hands ourselves. In our lonesome, we would try to replicate that feeling, but it's never the same. We could not be him. Either our world and civilized society suppressed it, or we simply did not have it in us at all. But through Mike, each fight, we'd rekindle that beast within ourselves, and for a moment, we'd become him. Mike Tyson, a killer standing over the dead. Mirror neurons. A mirror neuron is a neuron that fires both when an animal acts and when the animal observes the same action performed by another. Thus, the neuron mirrors the behaviors of others, as though the observer were itself acting. Such neurons have been directly observed in primates. This is an explanation as to why we love the raw, authentic emanation of malice Mike Tyson was. As we would observe him, our mirror neurons would pick up his behavior, his authentic expression of self, and replicate it within ourselves. And truly, for a moment, we would become a fragment of what he was, a monster. This gives insight as to what the human condition truly wants. It's not that it wants to be a monster. It wants the real. It wants authenticity. You see people leaving fights unsatisfied. The suspense, the build-up forged through a business mindset would bring us there, but often it feels like the whole moment itself was just a bunch of freaking clickbait. Mike in his prime. We could not help but watch his fights, but they were also incredibly satisfying from beginning to end. We could not help but project ourselves as him, for in a world contriving us to conduct ourselves one way. From the fake smiles and small talk, finally we get a breath of fresh air. Mike's fist clattering membrane against skull wall, it wasn't the fact he was ready to kill. It was because he was so real in doing so. It wasn't the fact he felt malice. It was the fact his malice was real. In a world so full of fake, Mike gave our soul room to stretch from its confinement in the norm by being himself. Which leads to another question. What if you could be yourself? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. It's good karma. And until next time, peace.
Ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself. To express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself. And to express myself honestly, that, my friend, is very hard to do.